Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So, with that being said, that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. We have been witnessing a big shift in the market, and throughout time in this market, especially being in this market for a while, you will come to realize that your coin, no matter how great the market looks, is not going to be doing good 24/7, 365. All right. QNT recently had a major uptrend that turned into a rejection at a downtrend line, and everyone started to flip bearish in the short term. Now, all of the great alpha, profiles that I follow, prominent individuals like Tokenizer and J Trades, as well as like Sun NL11 and a few other individuals as well, none of them flipped. Because guess what? These are people that realize the opportunity here. They also realize that, guess what? Price action does not matter. When we are talking about fundamentals here, we have been addressing how QNT is such a massive gem in the long-term span of this space. The way that I look at QNT is it won't have its full potential, its full value tied to it until we see mass adoption of crypto. And the reason why I say that is because interoperability, connecting these two completely different worlds, we need to see a few things align first for that to happen. But outside of that, in the short term, I still believe that QNT will be extremely valuable because of the supply and demand. Now, I put out a post and I said everyone seems to lose focus of what matters when the price goes down. QNT is a perfect example of this. I have been noticing a lot of FUD comments about Quant recently. At the end of the day, QNT will be a big winner, but good things take time. Now, I want to reflect on a post that I made back in August. And this post did blow up a bit, and it was me comparing QNT to Bitcoin. Now, again, is QNT and Bitcoin on the same page? No. But I wanted to compare them in terms of supply and demand, right? Because we know that Bitcoin got to the position that Bitcoin is in because of demand, and you have all of these individuals talking about how great Bitcoin is. I said I could 100% be wrong, but I think QNT is the closest thing to a second chance at Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people think that Tau is the second chance at Bitcoin, and everyone will have their own opinion, and that's fine. 33% less supply than Bitcoin, 100 times the utility. Recently collaborated with the BIS and the Bank of England on interoperability between central bank ledgers. They also explored use case potential of APIs within a CBDC system. Pioneering institutional adoption of digital assets through partnerships with UST, partnership with SIA, Nexi for interoperability with banks and financial institutions, Oracle partnership with exposure to 400,000 customers, LAC chain partnership for seamless interoperability in Latin America. This one is continuing to expand with unlimited use case potential like cross-border payments. Quant Network has also partnered with tons of leading projects within the space. This allows them to offer their services and connect with their networks through Overledger. The way I see Quant is simple. It's the gateway and infrastructure of tomorrow, the bridge between two diverse worlds, the traditional one and the digital one. The QNT token itself is integral to the entire platform. Through the platform, those connected are able to tap into unlimited opportunities like tokenization, efficient cross-border payments, digitalization, etc. Now, again, the way that I look at it is, QNT does have 33% less supply than Bitcoin. It has 100 times the utility, and also it is at the forefront of this digital revolution. It's going to take some time. That's why all of my QNT is locked away. I don't even plan on selling QNT ever. I don't care to sell QNT because I'm betting big on these central banks adopting DLT initiatives through players like Quant's Overledger. And we already know that Quant is working with significant players in that field, specifically in the UK, right? The UK has stood at the forefront of digital asset adoption and regulations and standardization. We also know that the UK is a giant in terms of FX transactions and things like that. They want to become a crypto hub as well as so many other areas. But Quant is not just centered out in the UK, they're focused on global demand. They also realize that we are at the beginning stages of the fourth industrial revolution. We are at the forefront of, this move towards having everything digital. Digitalization is already taking place in a few sectors and industries, including, of course, trade finance and even cross-border payments. But also remember who Quant's working with, right? They're not trying to target the retail sector. They're not trying to hype up, what they're doing. No. And it's because they're working with banks, financial institutions, businesses. They're also working with enterprises. These are the big these are the big money players. The ones that are not focused on, hey, how can we launch an NFT platform for the retail sector because that's so, different and great. No, this is completely different. This is crucial technology to help the traditional financial world usher in this new future of digitalization. But we have, whether you work for a bank, an investment firm, or other financial institution, blockchain allows you to embed central bank digital currencies, programmable money, and other tokenized assets into your business. At a time where tokenization, CBDCs, things like that are all in the spotlight, Quant is at the forefront. They are a centerpiece, if you will. And it's kind of crazy because we have been talking about this and we have been researching this for a while. And now I believe in 2023, right, we started to see big players like the IMF say, now is the time to go digital. There's no turning back now. Now that we are in 2024, I truly believe that we are going to see this trend accelerate it heavier. 93% of central banks are already a part of this revolution. This is only going to become a much larger topic. This is why I know collaboration with the BIS, right? The central bank of central banks, because they are the ones pulling the strings. They are the ones in control of what happens next around our money and around our monetary system. Enterprises. These are the big players, and we've started to see a lot of enterprise adoption through initiatives like even Hedera, right? Hedera's been killing the game with enterprises, so has Casper. And, when we really look at enterprise-grade adoption, there's a lot of money here. But again, we still need connectivity. Connectivity is crucial here, and they want to make sure that, they don't want to bring IT in, right? Like they don't want to have this new IT department. It gets extremely costly. For example, we even have here, like whether it's cross-border payments, supply chain challenges, or raising capital, blockchain enables enterprises operating to exchange information and assets more securely and cost effectively. Your challenge is how to implement it simply while protecting your existing IT investments. And again, this is crucial. This is what they want to hear as a business, right? If you owned a business, okay, and you started to see this big trend and your competitors are looking at it as well. And they're like, well, we want to adopt this type of technology as well. And you're sitting there and you're like, well, I don't have the budget to hire a new IT department and, learn this new technology. It's going to take some time. And then all of a sudden this company says, well, how about we usher you into the digital age and tap into this new age technology with 3 lines of code that works with your existing infrastructure. So everything that you were just having an issue with is alleviated. That's what's happening here with players like Quant. It's also why I mentioned API plug and play technology with like Ripple, with XRP as well, because when we look at what's going on here, these companies, these big players, they don't want to innovate while having their entire infrastructure layer be replaced. They want their own, they want to keep the infrastructure layer that they already know of. They already are aware of how it works. They just want that one layer completely revolutionized, and that will usher them into the digital age. And that's what Quant's offering here. And also remember the partners of Quant, right? Like I mentioned a few of them with Nexi and Oracle and LAC Chain. There's a lot other partners as well. And I do think that we're going to see a lot more announcements as well. There's probably a lot of NDAs in place, which I've talked about in the past. These big players like Quant stand at the forefront. So the players that are tied to Quant or tied to Ripple, for example, there's NDAs. There's things holding them back from announcing specific partnerships. And also, on the 18th of this month, there is going to be a big event. Big shout out to J Trades. Gilbert Verdian is presenting to the members of an investment association that manages over 8.8 trillion pounds in funds. Discussion points: the future of digital money and fund tokenization. QT is a future blue chip, whether you like it or not. And here you actually have the full-on announcement. On January 18th, our founder and CEO, Gilbert Verdian, will be addressing the investment association's members on the future of digital money and the potential it combined with fund tokenization holds to deliver efficiency, improvements, risk mitigation, and access to new sources of liquidity for the UK's asset management sector. Then also over here, you actually see that they have over 250 plus members and manage over 8.8 trillion pounds. This is absolutely massive. And again, this is in the scope of tokenization. And if you actually look at some of the stuff on their website, there's projects and there's articles regarding tokenization and how they are serving the future of finance. You guys can learn about this. Tokenization is one of the largest things that I've been addressing on this channel because it stands at the forefront of disrupting hundreds of trillions of dollars. I mean, hell, just look at global real estate, for an example. That's a $300+ trillion market in itself. So when we look at what Quant is focused on, they are truly building a significant piece for the future of finance. They are a major foundational player here. And I always say to focus on that because that can't be cheap. That's not going to be cheap. It's going to be in high demand. That's why when I go back to my initial comments on how QT is very similar to Bitcoin in terms of supply ratio, it has 33% less supply than Bitcoin. And look at where Bitcoin went, right? Off of speculation and hype alone. When we start to see, retail individuals holding QT and hodling it, while we start to see major institutions, enterprises, investment firms, investment companies tapping into Quant for tokenization services, interoperability services, maybe they want to tap into other blockchains that are tied to the Overledger platform. Like this could very well be a major opportunity for a significant rise in demand, while the supply, guess what? It's extremely scarce, which will only amount to incredible value. But this is also why I say, QT to me is a long-term play. I don't care about what QT is going to be worth next week, next month. I don't care. I have other bags positioned for significant profit. QT to me was never about how much profit can I make in the short term. It's more so about the vision here. And we already have the vision in mind. I've talked about this many times in the past on where crypto is headed. This is a very significant opportunity for the retail sector, especially if you can see what is going on and realize what's going on and how these pieces, these puzzle pieces, because that's what I look at them as, puzzle pieces, what they are doing and what they are creating and what they are becoming is something extraordinary. And it's not even just from the investment side of things. It's actually from the innovation side of things as well. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on for more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.